we win a game, weirdly enough. This is probably one of the strangest games of Pixelborn I've ever had. Let's talk about the things that we're going to learn in this video. First up, Grammatala, the 2-cost Grammatala, is the best 2-drop in this deck. If you're going for your 2-drops, it's going to be Grammatala. It's going to help you ramp. It's going to help you do anything you want. Use the Grammatala turn 2. Don't fall for the other things. Don't play your 2-1 drops. Do the Grammatala. Questing help wins late game. On the flip side of that, challenging helps lose late game. So you want to make sure that you quest when you're in the late game. Like I was at 16 lore. I could have gone to 19, but I chose to challenge. And that means that I didn't have game on board next turn. So make sure that you're questing. You got to do your math. Quest, don't challenge late game. And then Goat Snake Loop is the Amethyst speciality. Goat Snake Loop is so good. It's 2 lore just for playing 6 ink. That's a good deal. This is another top deck right now in Disney Lorcana. It's Blurple. Blurple, the #1. This is by another YouTuber called Superior Synergy. You can find this link to the deck in the description down below. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to play a couple games with it, see what we learn. It plays lots of small cost purple stuff and refills hand, and then it also has the ramp stuff with the blue package like Mickey Mouse and Grammatala. Here's an image-based view of the deck. You can go ahead and screenshot this, and then you can make it on your own. But they have 4 Chernobog, 4 Pascal, 4 Snake, 4 Grammatala, 4 Mimfox, 4 Maleficent, 4 Crab, 2 Hops, 3 Mickey Mouse Detective, 4 Goat, 4 Rabbit, 3 Hiram, 2 Yzma, and 2 Elsa for the late game. So it's only 9 uninkables. So, and then they have actions. They have Befuddle, 2 of them. They got 4 friends on the other side and 3 Popsicles and 3 McDuck Manners. So there's actually lots of stuff, but everything's a pretty high card count. You'll see that with a lot of these top tier decks is that everything is pretty consistent. Everything has like 3 or more copies, basically, is what I'm getting at. And the crazy thing right here, it's $70, and this guy is getting to all the way to the top of the Pixelborn ladders. So $70 could be one of the best decks in all of Lorcana. Not like Steel Song. Steel Song is like $600. This deck, very reasonable. Here we go. We're in silver right now, so we're not looking to get the craziest matchups, but we're gonna be okay if we get some hard ones. It is Steel Saw. It is Steel Amber. So still could have a lot of variations of what they do. But we don't know. We like the Chernobog's followers for our first. We like the Mim Bounce, but we're not going to be able to play that. Don't really want Crab right now. Especially with these Befuddles. We kind of like the Befuddles to remove their Robin or Cinderella. Whatever they do, we can remove turn 2. Especially so they can't shift. Looks like we're going to ink the Crab. We'll just keep it for ink as our safety net. This deck doesn't play any like aggro things. It's about ramping, so you're able to play more stuff and then refilling your hand with cards like Maleficent and Friends on the other side. So our mulligans probably weren't the best. There's the Rabbity Bobbity turn 1. We are going to put Chernobog out first. And then next turn we'll be able to Pascal and Befuddle the Robin Hood. So we like that. I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of our Crab now, so we can Chernobog and pass turn. Because if we Befuddle their Robin Hood, they won't be able to shift turn 3, and we like that. If we get rid of their turn 3 shift, then they can't sing with it. They have to wait a whole nother turn, and that's good. They ink a Mr. Smee, and then for 2, they don't play a Mr. Smee. Very interesting. It looks like they're really going for that turn 3 shift Robin Hood, and we're going to deny that. Right now, we're going to ink our Snake, put a Pascal down, and then Befuddle, return character with cost 2 or less to the opponent's hand. We get to deny their shift. And then I think we're going to leave Chernobog out for another turn. They could let the Storm Rage onto it and deny us the card draw. So I think we are going to go ahead and take the draw here. What are the chances that they just go for that? That's a tough one. We're not going to do it. If they Storm Rage on, we'll be okay. We'll still have our hand. Next turn, I believe we're playing Mickey Mouse because that's going to ramp us up. And we need more ramp quicker than them because they ain't got no ramp. We're going to have all of the ramp, which means that we ink more than one each turn. They are looking at the Cheer in a Box followers, and it looks like they are going to target it. They put out Robin Hood, so they cannot target it. They could ink and use it a boom, but they do not. I think we'll go ahead and draw a card with our Cheer in a Box here. So we banish it, and then it lets us draw a card. And we do that so we can find a different inkable, which is Yzma, which helps a lot because we want to get rid of that and put out our Mickey Mouse to get a ramp going. There we go, Mickey Mouse, and it gives Pascal evasive, so Pascal is safe from Robin Hood taking it out. Again, they could sing, but that's just the risk that we have to take. Blurple, Blurple, Blurple. Can I get a Blurple in the chat? See what our opponent is thinking about. It's got to be that shift. They're falling behind in the ink. They passed. I don't know if they're playing this game or what. Do we head? We're scared of Grab Your Sword, so we don't want to flood with these other guys. We kind of want to go ahead and get out something that would ramp us even better, which is that. And then for 3 ink, we can also draw a card with Maleficent. Maleficent with Dido, Grab Your Swords, but it gives us a card draw. And that is A-okay with us. We're at 5 lore, and our opponent's at 0 lore, but we're really expecting the shipped Robin Hood to happen. Looks like they don't have a lot of inkable cards in their hand, or they're just done playing the game. We will see. Yeah, they're just done playing the game. Or maybe they're toying with us. Who knows? We'll go ahead and quest it out. Mickey Mouse survives the Grab Your Sword, so we like seeing that. If we ink Maleficent, we can play another Mickey. If we ink Goat, we can play Maleficent. I think we just pass here. We'll see if they're even playing the game, which I don't think they are. They are not. They're just giving us the dub. And that's okay with us. Judy quest for 2, so we'll put out Judy. That'll be faster than not using Judy. We expect to see the pass here, and then we win a game, weirdly enough. This is probably one of the strangest games of Pixelborn I've ever had. They're not passing. I think they know. Oh, they inked a Rapunzel. And for 3 ink, what are they going to do? They shift the Robin Hood. And then they can sing Grab Your Swords. Does lots of damage, but we still have 3 characters on board. Our Grammatala can become ink. And they're out of ink. And we get to quest for 4 to go to enough. If we had a bounce character, we would be able to win the game with Goat here. But, oh, we don't. We're just going to go ahead and play the Goat. And we could have taken out their Robin Hood by using the crab this turn. And then they could see. Weird game, but okay. That's the power of Blurple, I guess. We'll do 3 games this video. Let's go. Blurple number 1, game 2. Looking for an opponent. It is Steel Song. This one's against a Grandmaster. His name is Altotus Kapir. We get the Hiram finally, but we don't have a popsicle, so we don't want it. We say, get out of here, Hiram. Same with the Goat. We say Goat, more like, get out of here, Goat. We're going second, so that's a major disadvantage. We do get a popsicle, but we got rid of our Hiram. Probably shouldn't have done that. See if they put out Cinderella first turn. They do not, which is good news bears for us. I think we're going to go ahead and Chernobog here. Inking a Maleficent. They could banish it next turn with a Baboon. But that's the risk that we're willing to take. We could have Popsicle there to draw a card, but Chernobog's going to give us a lore and draw a card. And see if they have anything else. They ink a Bare Necessities, which is weird. And they play Mr. Smee, and that is okay with us. Snake can bounce Chernobog. We don't really want to do that. We want to play our 2 things, and then that'll bounce them. And then it's all bad when they have to bounce. When they have to get rid of all their momentum. Like, Mr. Smee gets bounced, and then that wasted their whole turn. And we can play a Popsicle card that lets us draw a card. And there's Grandma Tala. We're going to quest. And I don't want to draw a card this turn because they'll have to waste a song on it. Which would be good for them. Like if it's Let the Storm Rage on, they can draw a card off of it and then they deny us a card draw. But we're already going further faster right now. Next turn won't be the Maleficent. It's actually going to be the Grandma Tala. Because she lets us ramp. And that is what we need in any matchup. We need more ink than our opponent to win these games. We'll see what they do. They ink an Ariel and then probably let the Storm Rage on. No, they play a Robin Hood. That's okay with us. A Robin Hood and a Smee. What did I say? 3 was going to be Grandma Tala for sure. That's what we want to do. But we could also sing next turn if we get out Maleficent. I think we'll draw a card here with Chernobogs by questing and banishing them. And then that'll give us a better idea of what we want to ink. That does not give us a better idea of what we want to ink. Putting out Tala here, she does nothing for a turn. But it is for Robin Hood to be able to take. We could bounce it next turn. I think we should do Maleficent then. Because Maleficent we could bounce and then still get card draw from Maleficent. And we can sing with her next turn and that's okay with us. Sadly it's not Tala. But it's what we had to do. We'll see if they sing some songs here. Singing a song like get rid of the value that we just set up for ourselves. Like if they do Grab Your Swords. Or any other song like Zeus or Let the Storm Rage on, Restrict the Rage of Fire. That gets rid of all the value. Which they do. And that's good for them. Because now we can't play our Madam and Fox, and we can't sing with Maleficent. So there was lots of stuff that we wanted to do, but we cannot do. We can take out their Smee with Mim Fox, but that also takes out Fox. I think we're going to wait for the combo. 3, what do we want to do for 3? I could draw a card with Judy Hopps and play Pascal. Or Grandma Tala and Pascal. I think that's low-key what we want to do. We'll get Grandma Tala on board and get Pascal out there. They could sing Grab Your Swords, and that put us pretty far behind. But what can you do? We went second. They have the removal options, and we have the play options. Rapunzel comes out to heal Smee and draw them 1 extra card. They're at 4 cards in hand now. They haven't inked this turn. They ink a Robin Hood, which is a weird idea, especially when you could play Robin Hood next turn if you inked anything else. They're going to go ahead and target our Pascal. Pascal nod, and they get to draw a card from that. And we get a Grandma Tala. We're not in the best situation here. especially when they can quest for 6 next turn. So we kind of want to do some removal right now. We would like to remove their Smee, but that would cost us a Mim Fox. I don't know. I think I just put out my rabbit here. That gets us a Hiram for next turn. And that's better than Judy. Even though Judy's our aggro with 2 quests, we got to get rid of it. And hopefully our rabbit can sing next turn. Do we get our extra ink? That'll put us to 6, 7 next turn. Can be a Hiram and a Min. I do believe we put a damage on the Smee. She becomes ink, and next turn we'll be able to have 7 ink, which can be a Hiram and can be a Min Fox to bounce the rabbit back for a card draw, which is good. Not the best, but it's good. Again, they can go to 10 more this turn. See what they do. You never know what an Amber Steel's gonna do. They let the Storm Rage on. That does 2 damage to our rabbit. That's okay with us. They don't have a thing to exert our rabbit. And that let them draw a card. They probably should have gotten that 2 lore off of her instead of the singing for free, but who am I? I don't know. I guess they could grab your swords here. They do get to play Robin Hood, so they were okay inking that other Robin Hood last turn. And then their Smee loses its life due to that going away. So Rabbit sings here. This is a Chernobog. I think we hire him here for Popsicle. Banish Popsicle. Lets us draw 2 cards. Grandma and a Crab. We definitely need the Crab for Mim Rush. So that means we want to save our Mim Rush for next turn. We can Snake Bounce to draw a card. It's another rabbit. Doesn't help us. Do we get rid of Grandma here? I think we do. We can get a Chernobog down, and that gives them a target. It lets them grab your swords for even more value. But what can you do? At this point, our only hope is to Crab, Fox. All of our options are gone. We don't know what we're getting. We have Crab. We have 2 Crabs. That can put us to 6, so the Snake could take out the things. If they don't double sing, grab your swords here. If they don't sing it and then hard play it. So we will see. They use Ariel, and Ariel gets to look at the top 4 cards, and if they find a song there, they can put it into their hand, and then they still have Robin Hood and Rapunzel to sing anything they want. So we'll be Inky and Befuddle here unless they play a Smee. We haven't got our Lance going at all except for that one Grandma Tala. They find the Strength of the Raging Fire, which can knock out our Snake, which would be just terrible. Hopefully they don't knock out our Snake because we're really banking on our Snake to take out a Robin Hood. But it looks like we're playing against a Grandmaster. So you already know they're going to take out our Snake. They can sing it with Rapunzel. Or they can just straight up hard play it. They take out Chernobogs by singing Strength of the Raging Fire. And then they're going to probably sing or hard play Strength of the Raging Fire to take out our Snake. There's the Queen that comes out. They still have 3 ink. They play another Queen. And then Strength of the Raging Fire. They take out Hiram, which is cool. That is okay with us. They get to draw a card when we knock out their thing. Should we knock out Rapunzel? We're at 6 strength. We could knock out Rapunzel or Robin Hood. I think it's got to be a Robin Hood. We can ink a crab here, so we can get value out of Befuddle, so they don't get that lore or 2 lore if they should. And we can put more stuff out as a target, or we can put McDuck Manor out as a big target. Which is what I think I like. It's not looking for the best for us, but we have faith in the Blurple. They have 2 characters that can sing 5-cost songs. So that's almost like 17 ink that they're at right now. See what they do. Along Came Zeus is sung by Ariel. Does 5 damage to our location. They still have to do 4 damage to the location. They play another Robbity Bobbity. And they ink a queen. For 3 ink, they can use a song to get rid of our... They do it. They use Strength of a Raging Fire and gets rid of our crab. We would have liked to keep our crab, so it could take out another Robin Hood next turn. And they put 7 damage and another 3 damage on it. They could have 9 lore on board next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can't do anything to that effect. Unless we get a Mim Rush here, we are going to be dead in the water. Yep, nothing could take out their cards. So that is it. That is the game 2. Is a loss. Game 2 is a loss. What did we learn? Don't give them lots of targets. And ramp. Would it have even been better? I don't think so. I think we were doomed. They're just adding the insults there. There we go. Iron Fam Jam. This is it. Purple game 3. We're looking for a win. Looking for the dub. We're showing you how it's played. We got paired against Blue Ruby. And we get to go second. We like Chernobyls, we like popsicles, we like crabs. I'm going to get rid of a rabbit and a crab. Looking for some other pieces. Looking for maybe a Hyro, but we don't get it. We're going to ink Gizmo this first turn here. And we'll start with the Chernobog. Then we get on Popsicle. There's Chernobog. We passed the turn. I'm conflicted as to whether to play the Chernobog or play the Popsicle, which would be better. We don't have the Hiram, so I really think that the Chernobog is a little bit better. There's the Rush Queen. And we're just going to go ahead and quest our Chernobog. And then draw a card with it. They can get a lore too with their Rush Queen, and that's okay with us. Do we ink a crab here? Probably be a mistake. Like, crab is the majority of the removal in this deck. And then we're going to play Grammatala and pass. Turn 3 will be our Mickey the Mouse. They play 1 jump ahead. Now they're at 3 ink next turn. Or 4 ink if they go ahead and ink right now. They got to sing it. So it was on the free. We get Fishbone Quill. We don't have anything to take out their Fishbone Quill. We're just going to go ahead and play our Mickey like we discussed. And quest her out. Pass the turn. Kind of like having crap because we could buff Grammatala. It's not like we're going to do that now. Grammatala becomes aint, which helps us ramp, and we take those. Elsa is great. We're so excited that we have Elsa. If I crab, that puts him to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not enough. But why not? That McDuck Manor is pesky, so Mickey Mouse is going to put big damage onto it. Then I think we're going to Grammatala here. It gives us more ramp. We could ink and play a Popsicle. Ink a pop, pay a pop. Yeah, because we want to get to Elsa quicker. She'll help us. And we'll go ahead and play our Popsicle. Draw our card. It is a goat. And pass the turn. They have 2 cards. They're at 6 ink. They ink, that's be prepared territory. They play Lucky Dime, which is cool that they have no hand and they can't get more hand, if you know what I'm saying. We can 4/5 rush. That gets rid of everything for 3 ink, and then we can also play Mickey to ramp. So we're okay with that. If we quest here, and then we're going to bounce the crab. The crab's going to give Mickey some strength. Mickey's going to swing into it. Then Grammatala's going to finish her off. And then Mim Fox is going to take out the queen. And that's just up to them to top deck or not. And then we go ahead and play our Mickey Mouse. Let's just get closer to using Elsa next turn if they pull something cool, which we're not going to eat because we want more cards in hand than them. And pass. We don't want to heal either because if we heal, they could just be prepared and get rid of our board. They're at 7 ink, so it's good for them. This dying is bad news for us because they can just always get the lore of the card that they pull. Grammatala lets them draw a card. It's like Develop Your Brain, but a little bit better because it's a body on board. You don't want any soul? No, thank you. Well, go ahead and get Goat. And Pascal. And we don't really want to ink our crab. But I guess we are. Hopefully we can just go faster than that. They play Gaston, so they're able to get 3 lore guaranteed with the Lucky Dime this turn. And 3 lore again because we won't be able to take out the Lucky Dime. There's no way for us to banish their item. We have 6 lore on board, so Elsa's going to come out and try to take out that Gaston. So we get to play Elsa. It exerts both of their characters. Mim can go ahead and take out their Gaston, which is what we like to see. And we want to take out this Grammatala. Argamatol? Argamatol? Go. Mickey. That Argamatol is a threat. A 3/3 bodies. Crazy. We attack with our goat, it gets rid of our goat. We can afford to have it quest. We can afford it. You play a Hiram Flaversham to banish a popsicle and draw 2 cards, which is good for that. Drawing cards is wonderful at this stage of the game. Do we have a game on board? We have 7 lore that we can get next turn, which is not Kane. It is 19 lore. And they could have be prepared the very next turn. They ink a Monstrous Dragon, which puts them to 9. And they use a Maui. The Maui's going to take out our goat. See you later, goat. And that gives us 1 more. That puts us to the same number that we can get. Grammatala. Crab. Grammatala is dangerous. We know we want our else at the quest. Pascal? Yeah, we'll go there. And then we'll use our crab to give the Pascal. Probably shouldn't have done that because it's a basic. But that's okay. Pascal's going to take out the Grammatala. Probably definitely should have gave it to that. And then we don't want to play Pascal because we're betting that they have Be Prepared. Yeah, because this is not for game on board next turn. We're betting that they have Be Prepared. So that's why we want to keep our little chameleon. They banish Fishbone Quill to draw 2 cards. They play a Popsicle that's a draw card. Incredible value. They play a Maui who gets to take out her Elsa. See you later, Elsa. Monstrous Dragon gets inked. They have 4 ink. They play a Hiram to banish their Popsicle. And draw 2 cards. We do get friends on the other side, which is a huge help. We're going to hard play it. Gets us a Chernobog's followers and Popsicle. We'll play our Popsicle. See if we can get a goat. The goat will be sick here. Maui gets a target. So we should probably just take out Maui. Be better to keep our crab for shenanigans later. Might be better to keep our crab. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Definitely should have quested there. Forgot that we were trying to win the game. That was a whoopsie-doopsie on my part. I forgot we were trying to win the game. They play a Maui's Fishhook, which lets them take out McDuck Manor on the Freezies. But they'll probably be prepared. We'll see what they do. Definitely should have taken out the Maui, but I made a bad decision. I wanted to win the game. They quest and banish the hook to draw 2 cards. They're really fishing for that be prepared. And do they have it? They do have it. Need to play friends on the other side, see what we got. We get goat and bounce, and that is game. Goat gets us a lore, and then snake bounces the goat to win us the game. Oh, that's power blue purple. We were scared. We were on the ropes there, but we did it.